Now, welcome aviation enthusiasts and scientists. Welcome to Science Inventions and Aviation YouTube channel. In today's video, we are at Miami International Airport, or the city of Miami, I should say. So today, you are in the runway of Miami, and you see a very weird plane on that runway. Yes, yeah. This is the MQ-9B Reaper, which is a propeller-powered aircraft. This is the aircraft's picture, and this is a unmanned drone. It is not an aircraft, but it is an unmanned drone. No, I should say that no people fly in this plane. They look after this plane. So, this is a fighter plane which airstrikes on its enemies, and I think this is the inside of this plane. We cannot see it clearly, and this plane also has foldable wing tips, which is to park on the aircraft carriers, I think. And it is written Royal Australian Air Force. So then I think this is belong to Royal Australian Air Force. And it is also not the propeller version. It is the jet powered version. And this is the new Reaper, real Reaper, the most feared USAF drone in the world. USAF drone. Let's prove it in a flight simulator to see that if it is work. So let's start the engines, which takes short time, and this plane is crazy and mad. Yeah. So this plane, this developers of this plane also implemented spy cam view on this plane. How interesting is that we can see other airplanes from above, and we cannot move it because the spy cam stays intact. So let's get to the cockpit view, which is the drone's cockpit view. I think there is no cockpit even in this plane. I mean, what is that? There is one display floating there. And let's get into follow cam, and let's take off this aircraft and give full power. And I think this plane has flaps. And let's take off from Miami's runway. And this plane is crazy fast. It hits 100 knots, I should say, or 185 kilometers per hour. I think this plane has very sensitive controls here. This is turning so much, and I think this is the time to take off here. And this plane also has very sensitive controls, which makes it very difficult to fly, or I should say we cannot fly this plane. So we are in the city of Miami, which is in the bayside. And this plane is easy to fly, but I am struggling with the controls here. Yeah, and you are seeing it very easy, but I am struggling with the control here. I mean, what is that? And let's try to land this plane on Miami's runway. Should I say, let's land this plane on the runway. Now let's see if we can land here at KMIA Airport, or Miami International, as it is called. And I think this plane has no gear, but there is. How is there a gear in this plane? I think this plane has resistor cables also. and it is. I think this plane has rusted cables also. We can check that out after this landing. And the FPS today is so good. I can land buttery landing. And let's see if we can if we can butter our wheels. And I think the puppy leads don't look good, but actually we can land here. And you're coming in, and I am landing after the touchdown zone because we want to do a smooth landing. Let us see. I think that was a bounce there, and that was a smooth landing. And this plane is also crazy on the controls. I am not touching anything, the plane is moving itself. Yeah, and let's put the parking brakes and stop this plane because this plane has no reverse thrust. I mean, reverse thrust means the thrust that pushbacks the plane or helps it to stop, I think. And let's see our next airplane. This is our next airplane. I I mean this is the North American X-15, the hypersonic aircraft, which is the fastest plane in the simulator. And this is launched from a B-52 bomber, and this is an this plane can fly into space also. And as you can see, this plane has no landing gear. Only nose landing gear is located here, and landing gear is just a strip of metal. And this is also called the rocket plane. I mean, that is a interesting name to describe this plane, or the rocket plane. Yeah, and this plane has found aliens also, and this plane can be flown. I think it is flown. It is not flown till today, and I will show you the truth. I will take off this aircraft and I will show you the truth. This aircraft has a. I mean, what is that to describe? Ah, let us see if we can take us to. Let us see if we can take off this plane, and let us see if this plane has cockpit view. Yes, this. What is that? And this is all are workable, and we cannot. The disadvantage of this plane is we cannot see the front of this plane. That is a worry for us. We cannot see the front of this plane. We have to see only peeking from the side only. And to say so, all of these instruments work. We cannot touch that, but all work. See, all works. The RPM also works. That's an intelligent idea, you GFS people. Let's try to take off. And this. Oh my god, immense speed of this plane! Yeah, and we have reached 400, 500, 600. This is the fastest plane on ever. Let's try to stop. This plane has immense stopping performance also. I am impressed by the speed of this plane. So we can say that we have to get in the air to fly this plane actually. Yeah. So let's go to the navigation and let's turn in the middle of the Miami's air. Let's get to an higher altitude because we have to fly this plane. And we are at a higher altitude, and let's fly this plane from the outside. Hope my PC doesn't broke. And let's go full speed. And this plane has physics to say. We can fly this plane inverted, and the FPS is lagging because we are in the city also, and we have gotten. We have reached Mark 2 always. Yeah, this plane is so crazy to say so. And this plane also can come out its landing gear. And I have put the brakes to slow down this plane. And we are not landing this plane, and we are going to see the next plane. Let's land this on the scenery as well. We have put the landing gear also, and we have put the landing gear also, and we have reduced our speed and put the brakes. So let us see if we can land on the scenery as smooth as possible. And we are coming for a speedy landing. I think that's the smoothest landing on X-15. And this plane's real name is the North American X-15. And this plane describes that also. It is written here, the US Air Force. So, that's interesting. So I think this is the time to get to the next plane. I say so. And we have come here on a distance now, and on that speed we have come here. Where is the airport actually? I think I have to select the airport from location. And we have now spawned in, I should say so. We have spawned into our airport, and let us see our next plane in a short time. What is happening with this plane? Now the vertical speeding gauge, I should say. And you can see our tiny 737 on here. I think you guessed it by this side view. Yes, this is the Lockheed Martin P791. This is a blimp actually, and this is an add-on plane for this simulator. So that is very interesting because they added a blimp into the simulator, and this is a hybrid airship, and this has also a page that we can visit into the Lockheed Martin's official website. I think this plane is used for rescue or something. So let's get into simulator. Try to simulate this plane. This plane has some futuristic buoyancy or something. And what the hell is that? That's an RPM counter found on the twin otter. Yeah. So let's try to take off. And the vertical speed gauge is also crazy. And we've gone full power, and this sounds like the twin otter, as you can see. Yes, that was the sound of this plane. And how do we take off this plane? I think this is the 2.0 version of short runway lander, that video that I made yesterday. This is a very agile plane, I should say so. And this plane could land everywhere, I think. And let's try to land at Miami's airport. I think that's possible. So let us see if we can perform nicely as possible. I mean, if we give the controls off, the vertical stabilizers start flapping like a bird. Yeah. So let's just see if we can land this plane in the runway of Miami. Let us see if we can land this plane. Let us select our Miami's runway 9, which we talked about our previous planes, I should say so. Let us unpause the simulator, and we have to press the arrow key, the down arrow key, because this plane wants to float on the air. This plane has no landing gear and no flaps. Let us see if we can land this plane here on this runway of Miami. Let us do a smooth landing here also. I think I cannot see the front of this plane because it is very huge, and I think there is workable parts in this aircraft also. Let us see where we land. I gave some power so that this plane could fly. Let us see, let us wait patiently for this landing. Just give some power so that we can reach the airport soon. And our runway is here. Let's land. I think that was a hard landing, and I hope you enjoyed this video. You may have thinking what I am thinking. Let's just try to land this plane on this aircraft carrier. Come on, come on, come on. The Reaper. Come on, Reaper, come on. Let's stop the engine so that we cannot lose speed. I mean, we can lose speed. We can stop. Oops. Let's try that again. To say so, let's try that again. Because this plane has a tail hook stop on aircraft carriers. Let's do it as possible. And aircraft carrier landings are always hard. Come on, stop. I think this plane cannot stop here on this aircraft carrier. So, hope you enjoyed today's video and we will see you on the next video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon and select all. Thank you for watching today's video.